The reason as to why I chose the Miracle on Ice as the theme for my final video project is because I have been going to hockey games since before I could remember. My father is the biggest New York Rangers fan you'll ever meet and is a collector of memorabilia. In fact, he has a 1980s US hockey jersey signed by the entire team hanging in our basement. Hockey was his life, and he now made it mine. To give some background before diving into the theme, the 1980s Olympics took place in Lake Placid, New York. During the time, the world was going through the Cold War, and there was a very, very high tension between the United States and the Soviet Union. The Miracle on Ice in 1980 was the Cinderella story of a bunch of amateur college hockey players from the United States of America that wound up defeating and upsetting the Soviet Union and then went on to win the gold medal. The Soviet Union used professional hockey players and was considered to be the greatest team in the world. The United States used amateurs and had an average age of 21 years old. This is why this game, the semifinals of the Olympic hockey tournament, were so important and a phenomenon to witness. The Miracle on Ice can be viewed as a hierophany, meaning a manifestation of the sacred, because according to Professor Arnold, sporting events that are opportunities to experience or witness what is exceptional about human beings. Everyone wrote them off, except themselves. They gave the people of the United States a reason to smile and gave them hope in tense and unsettling times. This added to the significance of the game and the personal feeling that others experienced from watching it. It brought not only a nation but an entire world together through times of hatred and fighting, regardless of the fact that the Olympics does this every time. 6 years later, the United States started using professionals in the games. The background story of doing the unthinkable wasn't really possible anymore. This is what made the 1980s Olympics hockey amateur team such a phenomenon. There's no one else like it that could possibly pull this off again. The Soviet Union won 7 gold medals in 9 Olympic appearances. Thus, for the #1 team in the world to be knocked down by the country they're at war at, who's only using amateur players, a hierophany was created. Today, the Miracle on Ice lives on. The ice hockey rink in Lake Placid is now a sacred space, the location of a hierophany, which is home to many youth hockey tournaments from around the country. Furthermore, the 1980 Olympic hockey games had a movie created on their journey. It was called Miracle. In that movie, there is a quote that sums up the concept of hierophany and the impact religion can have in sports. This quote describes the significance of the sporting phenomenon better than anyone really ever can. The quote states, "The term of dream team is ironic. With dream teams, you seldom ever get to dream."